And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now Spears to begin the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. To throw is Fields. And this one is incomplete. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. eluding the pressure right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And the Titans first down.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Now Fields going to move him around. From the 38, Fields being chased out left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Second and 10. And here's a give to Spears. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped it to 25. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. However, we did see pursue, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
You getting paid for.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to pass. Tua. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the 1st down there, help them relax a little bit.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Year based on a terrific offseason, and runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Opting to run again here with White. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space. Tua now on 1st down.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Titans. He's got daylight. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. In motion comes the tight end left. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
1st down, Tennessee.
off to Spears. And some room to run now. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now a first down throw, Fields. That one's taken in by Spears. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now 2nd and 9. Out of the gun to give to Spears. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw, Fields. Complete right side to Hyatt. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will make it 6-0. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
So a couple of field goals now. 6-0 our score as the kick's away. Martin will return, taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
Hey, way to make a play! Woo!
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I don't care what the game plan was coming in. After these runs,
You're running it, right?
you make sure you keep circling on your play sheet, running plays that are working, and keep patting those big offensive linemen on the back. They're doing a great job.
Goes without saying the defense is going to have to adjust to it.
In a big way, and they've got to figure out, do they have to sell out to stop the run, or can they just do it better than what they've done so far?
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They stay on the ground with White. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Back at his own 49.
Tua sets up to pass it. He completes it right side to White. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And a throw there going to be incomplete. 1 for
first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
This could be the turning point.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now, their two drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting sixes on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determined.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a run by Spears. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Here's Fields. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
They'll run with Spears. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 5. That's out quickly to Hyatt. Touchdown, Titans! Jalen Hyatt, 38 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he comes back with one complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Now Tua. He's got White here. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards that time.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They go right back to White here on first down. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. An even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tua, fast pass outside complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Here's Tua. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And based on my math, They've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and the deficit will hold pat at 13.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board. That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big time play for him on a short little pass.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 60 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Fields on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Justin Fields scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Titans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Yeah, keep it up. Keep it up.
In it to win it.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
21-yard line.
Thank you.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Buccaneers, nothing.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And Godwin going to have a Bucs first down as he'll get this up to midfield. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On second down, Tua. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there. And there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. And now a run with Spears. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now a give right side. Givens. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. On the option, here's Spears. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's Spears on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 82 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. They'll run on first down. Givens. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll keep it on the ground. Givens. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Don't jump. Ready?
On 3rd down, here's Spears. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 4 yards. It's now 4th down.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I kind of feel like point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only they're controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
puts him in stride. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer.
Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. Down the right sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
That's what we do!
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Tua going to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bucs first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter.
Go ahead.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a toss right side with White. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
161 yards on the ground for him now, as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. From the gun, it's Tua. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 3.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline. because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal.
They're going to look to throw. And that's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
What are you doing? Really even paying attention? What just happened? Seriously? Is that even a play?
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here we go.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Fields now to throw. Throw caught by Hyatt on the slant.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, inbounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. Spears And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Right back to Spears.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Spears. And a short gain down to about the 33.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here we go.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Now a give right side. Givens. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Eddie Pinheiro on now.
On the right hash. Officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so that you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. They'll bring out 4 receivers, 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be 1 more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
On first down, Givens
to about the 26 here.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go.
Fields going to keep it running right.
Down to the 25.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, Spears. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Now Tua signaling to change things up.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to pass. Tua. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On 2nd down now, Spears. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Boy, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep.
So for the
ready? Hut. Ready up. Get up. Set. Set, go. Here we go, set. Ready, ready? Go! Ready? Set. Ready? Go! Ready, break! Ready? Set! Hot, hot! Set it! Hot! Come on, set! Set it! Ready? Set, go! Here we go, here we go! Ready, ready? Let's go! Ready? Ready, ready? Go! Hut. Down, down. Ready? Out! Out! Ready? Down, down. Ready? Hut. Ready, set. Set. Ready. Down, down.
All right.